How was the airplane made? Since time immemorial, humanity has looked to the sky and dreamt of experiencing the wonders of flight for themselves. This is reflected in ancient myths and cultures across the ages, such as the tale of Icarus and his wings. Whatever the culture or time period, the desire to achieve flight never wavered. Until one day, humanity finally achieved the seemingly impossible and is now at the point where flying through the skies is as normal as sitting in a bus. But how did we even get here, and who's responsible for it? If you've ever wondered that, then you're in the right place, because today we'll be discussing how the airplane was made. So stick around to find out. Early experiments with gliders. The earliest true progression in the field of aeronautics began from Sir George Cayley, a visionary British inventor and polymath. His emphasis on the importance of understanding the science behind aerodynamics is likely the very reason humanity achieved aviation at all. Cayley's groundbreaking work introduced key concepts such as lift and drag, essential components for achieving controlled flight. His studies on the principle of flight, including the shape of wings and the role of propulsion, set a solid theoretical base for subsequent aviators and engineers, making him a foundational figure in the history of aviation. Otto Lilienthal, a German engineer often referred to as the Glider King, took the principles of flight from theory to practice. In the late 19th century, Lilienthal conducted extensive experiments with gliders, making over 2,000 flights. His pioneering work focused on understanding aerodynamic forces and refining the principles of balance and control during flight. Lilienthal's glider flights were not only daring, but also provided crucial data that influenced the design and construction of subsequent aircraft. His legacy lies not only in the advancements he made, but also in inspiring future aviators to explore the possibilities of flight. The era of glider experiments marked a transformative period in aviation history, particularly regarding stability and control. Innovations in wing design, control surfaces, and weight distribution were informed by the experiences of early glider pilots like Lilienthal. These experiments provided practical insights into how to achieve and maintain stability during flight, addressing challenges that would become fundamental to the development of powered flight. The knowledge gained during this phase became a crucial building block for the next generation of aviators. Wright Brothers and the first powered flight. All the learning that came from this era of aviation came to a head with the Wright Brothers, who came along and changed everything. You see, the early 20th century witnessed a pivotal moment in aviation history with the accomplishments of Orville and Wilbur Wright, two brothers from Ohio, who finally achieved the impossible. In 1903, on the windswept dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, their masterpiece, the Wright Flyer, a biplane with a wingspan of 40 feet, successfully took to the skies, marking the first controlled, sustained, powered flight in history. By the way, if you like what you see so far, do consider subscribing so you can catch more videos like this one. There's plenty more where this came from. The feat accomplished by the Wright brothers wasn't just sheer dumb luck. It was the culmination of years of research and experimentation, as the Wright Flyer's ingenious design incorporated a system of wing warping for lateral control. Although it was just a 12-second flight that covered a distance of 120 feet, it demonstrated that controlled flight was not merely a dream, but an achievable reality. The legacy of the Wright brothers endures in every aircraft that graces the skies today. Their deep understanding of aerodynamics propelled humanity into the era of powered flight. Advancements in aviation and World War I. After the world witnessed the achievements of the Wright brothers, airplane designs underwent significant advancement and improvement. Two dominating airplane designs emerged: the biplane, known for its two sets of wings, stability and structural strength, and the monoplane, with its single set of wings, streamlined design and faster speed. During this pioneering era of aviation, some key innovations that pushed the envelope were improvements in wing design, control surfaces, and stability systems that enhanced the maneuverability and control of aircraft. Ailerons, movable surfaces on the wings, replaced wing warping for lateral control, allowing for more precise and responsive handling. Advancements in internal combustion engines led to more powerful and reliable aircraft engines, and the transition to more efficient engines greatly improved the performance of aircraft. Planes started flying further and for longer, often covering great distances. Aviators pushed the boundaries of flight, setting records for altitude, speed, and endurance. Soon, militaries around the world took notice of the potential within airplanes for reconnaissance purposes, suspecting that airplanes could be of great use. The militaries of the world were proven right when World War I broke out, propelling aviation from nascent technology to a crucial component of military strategy. Aircraft, initially employed for reconnaissance, quickly evolved into formidable weapons of war. Fighter planes engaged in thrilling dogfights, and bombers took to the skies to strike strategic targets. The war served as a catalyst for rapid advancements in aviation technology. Notable developments during this era included the refinement of aircraft design, the introduction of machine guns and synchronized gun systems, and the evolution of aerial tactics. The demand for faster, more agile aircraft led to the development of new engines, such as the rotary engine, which powered many fighter planes of the time. These innovations not only changed the face of warfare, but also contributed significantly to the progress of aviation as a whole. And as the conflict drew to a close, the aviation industry emerged stronger and more advanced than ever before. Some might say that the war caused it to advance even faster than it would have otherwise. Golden Age of Aviation. The period following World War I marked the Golden Age of Aviation, a time of unprecedented progress and exploration. Charles Lindbergh became an international sensation in 1927 by completing the first solo, non-stop, transatlantic flight from New York to Paris in his aircraft, the Spirit of St. Louis, demonstrating the feasibility of long-distance flights. Amelia Earhart, another aviation pioneer, became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic in 1932, and her exploits inspired a generation of women to pursue careers in aviation. The 1920s also saw the emergence of commercial aviation, with airlines offering passenger services. Companies like Boeing and Douglas introduced innovative aircraft, such as the Boeing 247 and the Douglas DC-3, making air travel more accessible and reliable. Also, the introduction of radio navigation aids allowed pilots to navigate through adverse weather conditions. Technological leaps in World War II. In 1939, the Second World War broke out, and naturally, it pushed the aviation industry to new levels of innovation and advancement, as airplanes were now a crucial component of military operations. World War II saw the introduction of jet engines, revolutionizing air travel and military aviation. The German Messerschmitt Me 262 became the first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft, demonstrating the potential for increased speed and altitude. Radar technology, developed during the war, improved air surveillance and navigation even further from the radio-powered methods that were previously used. This was also the time where helicopters were introduced in military use for rapid medical evacuations, reconnaissance, and anti-submarine warfare. Naturally, many of the advancements made during this time impacted the commercial aviation industry too, and now, airplanes powered by jet engines that made use of radars for navigation are quickly becoming the standard. The Jet Age and Commercial Aviation. The post-World War II era witnessed the advent of the Jet Age, a transformative period in aviation characterized by the widespread adoption of jet propulsion in both military and commercial aircraft. Air travel was becoming faster, more efficient, and more accessible than ever to an increasing number of people. During this time, in 1952, the world's first commercial jet airliner, the de Havilland Comet, entered service. It was closely followed by the Boeing 707 in 1958, which offered unprecedented speed and comfort in travel. These jet airliners reduced transcontinental flight times to a matter of hours, and long-distance travel was finally a feasible endeavor for the general public. Things only got better with the introduction of the infamous Boeing 747 in 1970, a jumbo jet that could fit many passengers in one flight. Commercial jet travel helped spur the globalization of economies across the world, transforming airports into international hubs that connected people and goods across continents. This era is where air travel really came into its own, going from a luxury available to few into a mass transportation phenomenon accessible to millions. It also became a key driver of economic growth, connecting distant regions and fostering cultural exchange on a global scale. Modern advancements in aviation. As we transition into the 21st century, aviation continues to evolve with a focus on sustainability, advanced materials, and the integration of digital technologies. Aircraft designs have been refined with sophisticated technologies like computer simulations, optimized to reduce drag and increase performance. The use of innovative materials like carbon fiber composites enhance the fuel efficiency and structural integrity of modern aircraft. The emergence of unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones, have trivialized aviation tasks such as surveillance, agriculture, and delivery. Advanced avionics, data analytics, and artificial intelligence techniques enhance safety, navigation, and operational efficiency of aircraft, ensuring that every possibility is accounted for. Additionally, with increased environmental concerns, the aviation industry is actively pursuing sustainable practices, with a focus on biofuels, electric propulsion, and more efficient engines. However, there's a long way to go still, as noise pollution, air traffic congestion, and the carbon footprint of flights remains a problem that needs to be addressed. So, that was the story of how humanity went from only dreaming of conquering the skies to being able to cross entire oceans in mere hours. Like so many things we've covered on this channel, it's a testament to the sheer will and ingenuity of us humans, which seems to never end. Hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching.